What's up YouTube? In this video we're going to be going over how to replace the front brakes on any E9x with sport brakes. I'll be doing one at a time. Really all you're going to need is a busted up flathead screwdriver. I wouldn't recommend using a nice one. A 7mm Allen. You're going to need to use a 6mm Allen to get the rotor off here, and then a pair of pliers to open the caliper back up. Alright, so I can't find the bigger tripod, so we're using the little tiny one, so sorry for the wild view, nor can I find the head mount. So what we're going to do is kind of just pop this in here, and you could either go this way or you can go this way. I found if you go towards the back of the vehicle, it doesn't go flying off and, hit you in the face, hit your neighbor, or whatever the case may be. If you're going to be reusing rotors and pads, sorry, it's like Texas cold right now, you don't want to pry anywhere that's going to be, on the actual mating material of the pad or the rotor. So you can come in between, like the caliper and the housing, or not housing, but the actual caliper bracket and the caliper itself. Just give it a little bit of wiggling, and I'm pushing towards the inside of the vehicle or towards the wheel well here, and see if I can get a better view of what these Allens look like. I'm trying to shove this light and the GoPro in there. Maybe not, maybe if I used a smaller light. But there's going to be an Allen there. I doubt you'll be able to see the bottom one. And what's cool about what I'm going to show you is you're not going to have to remove the actual caliper mounting bracket. On sport packages only. You do, I believe actually you can loosen the M3's that caliper bracket and get away with it, but that's getting off topic here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you real time about how quick this is going to be. So you're going to break these free first. And this one I'm going off fill, again, because I am only doing one side at a time right now, so I don't have the luxury of turning the wheel to really kind of see and showcase what I'm doing. And lighting is not cooperating. It will fall and hit me in the head, I guess. Get this a little bit more loose. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and break this rotor free. Again, using that's a 7mm. Is it? It is a 7mm. My stuff got all mixed up. Alright. You need to put your tools back where you got them. So, again, I've taken these off so many times that it's going to be relatively easy. Just a quick bump to break it free, like so. And then we're going to take that 6mm retaining bolt, put our 7mm back on. And again, this is kind of going by feel, trying not to block camera view, so this is kind of a pain right now. Well, I'll do it like this because I've got to get my arm in here in a different way. And some thick gloves. Okay, so now that those are free, and give the caliper a little jiggle. Sometimes you got to hold the rotor back in place. So there we have our caliper, and the correct way would be to secure this somewhere versus letting it flop around and dangle around like I am. And now, just because it'll be a little bit easier for me, put the camera back down, we are going to rotate this towards the outside of the vehicle and pull out. And just like that, track rotor is off. Slide it back in. Get it lined back up where it's supposed to go. Start our screw here, and it's being a booger right now. Okay. There we go. Put that back where it's actually supposed to go this time. Oh man, check this out. So one time I actually ran these at the track. You can tell how they overheated and started to deteriorate right away. And then look at all that glazing, which you can also still see on the rotor too. I'm sure you can see how shiny it is in the video. The pads just kind of clip in. So they have these clips and they go into the caliper. Same thing with our outboard one. Sometimes, yeah, smack this one around, get stuck in there. And since there's a lot of pad thickness, you're not gonna have to worry about opening up the caliper anymore. But if you were, or if you needed to, you know, you could just grasp the actual piston itself and then on the caliper and squeeze. You want to check your brake fluid level before you do that, because you don't want to shove a whole bunch of brake fluid up and out of the reservoir and all over your engine bay. So these factory ones don't actually have this clip like these track pads do, so that's just going to slide onto the bracket there. I'm going to shove or fish our sensor back in there, and then simple as clipping that on, sliding that over the bracket, and oh man, probably gonna have to replace the those guide bushings where the pins go in for the caliper. But really, just gonna be kind of starting those by hand, so that way we don't risk cross-threading and creating a bad day. So get a couple threads on, maybe. There we go. Same thing on the bottom. Can't feel anything with these stinking gloves. That feels like that went on there. So start getting this going now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to block the camera view again. Can't feel anything. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. A couple things before you drive the vehicle: depress the brake pedal numerous times until you feel like there is a bite there. Go back in, check your brake fluid level. Do the same thing. Check, pump your brakes several more times. There's been too many times where I've seen people do any type of brake repair and not do that and end up driving off and have no brakes. And sometimes you're able to pump it real quick, and then sometimes you panic and hit something. Do a few, simple, easy stops. If you're reusing pads, if you're going to be installing new pads and rotors, try and look up what the manufacturer recommends for brake bedding. I'm not going to get into cleaning the wheels because that's going to get way too off topic, so thanks everybody for watching.